A very good morning, girls. How are you? I hope you are doing good. And in the previous class, we discussed that the concept of the fixed point iteration method, and we discussed that the concept of the Newton's law and Newton's method and regular falsy and so on, right? So in this mainly, so just give a second, ma. I'll bring my calci. So actually, girls, we have two types of calci. First of all, I want to say about the calci. Okay, so this is one type, and another one is cassioма. Of course, it is also cassio, but actually it is of a different one. Like same procedure we have to follow, but few things are different. And here, see, girls, you will get the doubts like so when we are calculating the trigonometric function, at that time I said that you have to keep your calci in radius. So now you will get the doubt how to change the calci values from degrees to radius, radius to degrees, right? So for that, what you have to do is simply, first of all, just press on, okay? So the next mode, okay? So just click on mode, then you will get that some options, and if it is this calci, so if your calci is in this type, then again press. So then you will get SD, REG, base and equation, maths, vectors, degrees, radius, grade. So here already, if you want to change to degrees, then click 1. If you want to change it to radius, then click on 2. That's it, okay? And if you have another calci, different calci, then simply again just click on mode, and by getting, of course, there you will get some options, and follow those options. That's it, okay? So now here actually yesterday we are discussing that the concept of the yesterday we are started that error analysis for iterative methods. Okay, so in that we discussed the theorem statement and so on, and here now we have to discuss one definition. So write down, ma, put a side heading, zero of multiplicity. Zero of multiplicity. Okay, zero of multiplicity means, write down, ma, a solution P of f of x equal to 0. A solution P of f of x equal to 0 is a zero of multiplicity. Is a zero of multiplicity M. Multiplicity M of f if for x is not equal to p, for x is not equal to p, we can write f of x is equal to x minus p whole to the power of m into q of x. Okay, q of x, where limit of q of x is not equal to 0, not equal to 0. Okay, so now this is nothing but the definition. So here actually what you have to observe, the definition of zero of multiplicity. Zero of multiplicity means roots. So we have to find the multiplicity of the roots. Okay, so now for this one directly I am taking that p is a solution and f of x is a function, then f of x is equal to x minus p whole to the power of m into q of x, where q of x is not equal to 0, and this m is called as a multiplicity. Remember that one, okay? So next here we have one theorem, we have to discuss that one. Write down my theorem statement. We have to discuss theorem statement as well as a proof also. Write down. The function f belongs to C closed interval a comma b, has a simple zero at p in open interval a comma b, if and only if f of p equal to 0, but f dash of p is not equal to 0. So now here what we have to take, actually here we have to take that some function, okay. So that function is nothing but it is belongs to closed interval a comma b. So in that, from that what we have to do is it has a simple 0 p, so it has some root p, and we have to prove that it has, like, by taking it has a simple root p, then we have to prove f of p equal to 0. Again we have to take that f of p equal to 0 and we have to prove that it has a simple 0, okay. Now for this one, write down my proof. If f has a simple 0 at p, in open interval a comma b, then f of p equal to 0. Why I am writing? Because I am saying that p is a solution. When we are saying the p is solution, obviously f of p is nothing but 0, because p is a root here. So root concept ఏంటండి, కంపల్సరీ రూట్ వాల్యూ అందులో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే then we will get that 0. So I took that one. Next, write down and simple 0 means m equal to 1 here, so that's why, and f of x equal to x minus p whole power 1 into q of x, that is x minus p into q of x, because they mentioned that simple 0, okay, where limit of qx is not equal to 0, and f dash of p equal to, we have to think about the f dash of p, right? What we have to prove? We have they are saying that f dash of p is not equal to 0, so I am going to prove that one also. So now f dash of p means limit of f of x, okay, write down. F dash of x is equal to limit f dash of p is nothing but limit of f dash of x as x tends to p, okay. So here what I did is simply f dash of p I have, instead of p I am taking x, so actually here what we have, p. So to denote that one, we can write this as limit of f dash of x as x tends to p. Now write down in the next line. Now here limit x tends to p of, what is f dash of x value here, u into v formula we have to consider. So then what we get, x minus p into q dash of x plus q of x into 1, okay, as x tends to p. So p minus p into q dash of p plus q of p. So p minus p means 0 plus q of p. So therefore what we have, we are getting that f dash, therefore f dash of p is equal to q of p. Therefore f dash of p is not equal to 0, okay. So we have the result now. So first of all what I consider that f has a simple 0, and from that I proved that if and only if f of p equal to 0, then next I proved that f dash of p is also not equal to 0. Next, write down ma conversely. Conversely, if f of p equal to 0, so conversely means reverse. So if f of p equal to 0 and f dash of p is not equal to 0, is not equal to 0. Now by using the next line, by using the Taylor's polynomial about p, Taylor's polynomial about p is, so directly I am writing, no need to of course already you know about the Taylor series for the polynomial, so directly I am writing, write down ma f of x is equal to f of p, because here we are taking that some x is equal to p, f of p plus f dash of xi of x into x minus p. Okay, that's it. So now here by taking that, already we know that actually here why I took this one is simply here I am applying the Taylor's theorem for this one. Okay, so and here we have that for the first term is p, I mean the solution is p. So now here we have f of p equal to 0, so 0 plus f dash of xi of x into x minus p, so which is equal to f of x is equal to f dash of xi of x into x minus p. Okay, so now write down where, and here it is nothing but xi of x and x minus p, so we can substitute that, I mean I am taking this x minus p outside into f dash of xi of x, because if I substitute x here where x is nothing but some value, so then we will get some constant, so that's why I am taking constant outside, and xi of x I don't know how the value of the xi of x, that's why here I am taking that f dash of xi of x, right, on where xi of x is in between x and p, therefore limit of f dash of xi of x as x tends to p is equal to f dash of limit x tends to p of xi of x. So now here it is f dash of limit x, this means xi of p, right. So finally here what we have, so some f dash of xi of p which is nothing but f dash of some p which is not equal to 0. So finally we have that the limit of f dash of xi of x is not equal to 0. So finally we have that clearly, we took that if f of p equal to 0 means f dash of p is not equal to 0, and from this we can say that if it is not equal, the derivative is not equal to 0, so definitely some constant, so the function will be constant kadandi. See clearly, ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ f of x ఉంది, some x square, now f dash of x ఉంది, what is the value, 2x. Okay, I am saying that it is not equal to 0 means obviously ikkada edo oka value untundi, right. So for that definitely one root will be exist, so therefore you can say that therefore p is a simple 0, like this you have to mention, and this is the theorem. So now write down f dash of p is not equal to 0. Next write down therefore f has a simple 0 at p. Next put a side heading theorem, just we have a statement only. The function f belongs to C power m closed interval a comma b, has a 0 of multiplicity, m, small m, at p in open interval a comma b open interval a comma b, if and only if and only if. Generally, just now we discussed one theorem for only simple root. Here I am taking that the multiplicity m. Okay, that means here f of p equal to f dash of p equal to f double dash of p equal to, and so on, f power m minus 1 of p equal to zeros. And what is the last one should be not equal to 0, no. So that's why mth derivative of this value is not equal to 0. This is nothing but the general statement for this theorem. Okay. Next ma, we have one problem. Write down. Let f of x equal to let f of x equal to e power x minus x minus 1. Okay, a bit. Show that f has a 0. Show that f has a 0 of multiplicity 2. Number 2. Show that f has a 0 of multiplicity 2 at x equal to 0. B bit. B bit. Show that Newton's method with P naught equal to 1 converges to this 0, but not quadratically. Okay, so first of all here I am ikkadenti, next second one is Newton's method. Okay, this is the question. Now first of all I am taking a bit. Now write down ma, given that f of x equal to e power x minus 1. So first of all I have to calculate f dash of x, f double dash of, because they mentioned that quadratically and multiplicity is 2. So here m equal to 2. So that's why f dash of x is equal to e power x minus 1. What is f double dash of x? E power x. And what they mentioned, x equal to 0. So at x equal to 0, f of 0 is equal to e power 0 minus 1, which is equal to 1 minus 1. So which is nothing but 0. So here it is giving that some value 0. Next one, f dash of 0, then e power 0 minus 1. So 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0 again. So now here f double dash of 0, now e power 0, that means 1, which is not equal to 0. So here by theorem what we have, f of 0 equal to f dash of 0 is equal to 0, but f double dash of 0 is not equal to 0. What they asked ma, they asked that to show that f has a 0 of multiplicity 2. So that's why here what we have to say, therefore f of x is equal to x minus p whole power m q of x. That means x minus p, what is the order here? 2 into some q of x. Therefore we have that the multiplicity is 2 at x equal to 0. This is nothing but the first one. Okay, next in the second one what we have to do, b bit, show that Newton's method with a p naught equal to 1 converges to this 0, but this 0 means root, okay, but not quadratically. Now here I am going to say few steps and you have to calculate the remaining. Okay, So here f of x I know, and I have to calculate f dash of x for Newton's method. So that's why e power x minus 1. Okay, clear. Next here I am taking the formula, that is Pn is equal to Pn minus 1 minus f of Pn minus 1 by f dash of Pn minus 1. It is equation number 1, and they gave that, given that P naught is equal to 1. So now for n equal to 1, then P1 equal to P naught minus f of P naught by f dash of P naught. Now P naught means 1 minus f of P naught. So here f of x is this one. So e power P naught means 1 minus 1 minus 1 whole divided by f dash of P naught, that means this one. So e power 1 minus 1. So it is 1 minus e minus 2 by e minus 1. Now here again we have to go for the calcium, on your calcium, and actually it is in radius. Okay, keep it like that. So then next you have a ln button. Okay, button ln. So just take that alpha. So beside of shift you have alpha, just press alpha and the next ln, then you will get that exponential, this one. Okay, e minus 2, we will get that it is nothing but 0. Okay, I am writing the value ma. So if you want to actually, if you have any confusion, then already you know that exponential e value is nothing but 2.7 something, right? So if you have any doubt, then click on alpha and ln, then you will get e which is equal to, then you have that value. So it is you can keep in radius also, there is no problem. And okay, well, in case now you will get the doubt, ma'am, what we will get in a degree. So in degrees also I am checking will get the same answer. So already I changed my calci into degrees ma, and in a radius also you will get the same thing. And now here it is the value, and e minus 1. So alpha plus e ante click on alpha, then click on ln. Okay, next minus 1, directly I am calculating e minus 1, 1.718. Okay, so now directly I am taking this value 0.718 281828 whole divided by 1.718 281828. Okay, so here we have some value, that is 0.4180 something we have. Now I am taking 1 minus of this one. Okay, so now here we have that the value is 0.58. This is the value of the P1. So I am writing it as, therefore P1 is 0.58198. So this is nothing but P1. So like this we have to calculate n equal to 2. The meaning of this one is P2 equal to P1 minus f of P1 by f dash of P1. So now P1 is 0.58198 minus f of P1 means e power 0.58198 minus 0.58198 minus 1 whole divided by e power x minus 1. E power x value is nothing but P1, that is 0.58198 minus 1. So directly here I am calculating ma. How? Simply see alpha, click on ln, you have e, and power means in calci you will get like this, you have one button like this. So just click on that, and next 0 open bracket 0.58198 close bracket equal to, then we have some value minus 0.58198 0.58198. Okay, minus 1 I have. Okay, so totally I have that 0.58198 minus 0.20759829 whole divided by, again, alpha ln power 0.58198 equal to, okay, minus 1. Okay, then we have that 0.78957829. Now 0.58198 minus, I am calculating this one, 0.20759829 whole divided by 0.78957829, 0.2629 22 I have 2 3. Okay, approximately I am taking. So now here 0.58198 minus 0.262923, we have that it is nothing but 0.319057. So actually why I am taking approximate ma, because here I have to take that e power, that's why it is enough to take up to 5 digits. So now here it is P1 is equal to 0.3190. 5 after 7 we have, I am taking directly 6. Okay, next here what you have to calculate, P3. This is nothing but P2, no? P2. Next you have to calculate P3, P4, P5, P6, P7 and so on. Just we have to calculate until we will get the same. See here, for the P1 we have 0.58, but coming to here we have 0.31. So again we have to go for the next iteration. Okay, అలా ఎలా ఎక్కడ వరకు చేయాలండి, మనకి రూట్ అనేది అప్రాక్స్గా రావాలి. P3 వాల్యూ 0.31906 వరకు వస్తే స్టాప్ చేయండి, అదర్వైజ్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు. ఓకే, now here you have to calculate up to 16th iteration. So just calculate and the answer will be P3 value, write down, I am saying the values ma. P3 is just note down fastly, 0.168. Next P4 0.08635. next P5 0.04380. P6 0.02206. 7th iteration P7 0.01107. P8 0.005545. and next you will get this on value 0.00, because what they mentioned that we have to get the root which is nearly, actually here in a bit what they are taking x equal to 0. so మనకి వచ్చే x వాల్యూ ఇప్పుడు p వాల్యూ ఎలా ఉండాలి, P3 P4 P5 అవన్నీ కూడా 0కి అప్రోచ్ అవ్వాలి. సో ఫైనలీ యూ విల్ గెట్ దట్ P16 ఈక్వల్ టు 0.050 ఓకే, అదర్వైజ్ మీరు ఎక్కడి వరకు 8th iteration వరకు స్టాప్ చేసినా ఇనఫ్ సరిపోతుంది. అప్రాక్సిమేట్లీ వీ కెన్ సే దట్ yes this root is nothing but approximately equal to x equal to 0. okay, so this is today's class ma. so in the next class we will discuss next few applications and concept, and until then take care girls, thank you.